morning and welcome back to the Breakfast Club. You're with me, Jessy Chahal, and as promised, in the studios with me is Adamas, founder and owner, Dr. Kien Ling.
Yeah.
How are you, doctor?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good today. How
Thanks.
are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm glad to have you in the studios with us. So we're going to talk about wedding planning. Now, you have a wedding company, a wedding planning company called Adamas, which actually is a Greek word for diamond.
Oh yes, that's right.
Okay, it sounds very interesting. Before we get into that, perhaps you could tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Since I was little, I just like to plan my own birthday party. Yes, that when you are young, your result is good. Your parents tend to ask you to go for something more professional.
Right.
So that's how I actually pursue my engineering course, and also went for my PhD. After
You just
that.
Went all the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in UK for 7 years. Then after that, I worked in US with the Ministry of Defense for a year. Then after that, I decided to come back because I want to spend some time with my parents. So I decided to come back.
Okay.
And I worked as a QA manager for another 3 more years. But eventually, I decided I want to do something I like.
Something you enjoy.
Yes,
something
correct.
you're passionate about.
Yes, since I was little. So that's how I actually went into wedding planning.
Now, wedding planning is, of course, something that is nothing new to many of us. But then again, in this industry, in this market, there's so many players, so many wedding planners. Tell us why Adamas is different.
Okay, what we actually emphasize is more on education as well. So before I actually started my own company, I actually went through this training program from US. So I took Weddings Beautiful Worldwide course for 3.5 months, and it was actually started in US since 1968. So I was actually thinking, if I wanted to go into it, I want to do it in a proper way.
Right.
So
this is a
actually,
professional approach
yes,
towards planning. Now, I also understand that in Adamas, you have a 4-step approach towards wedding planning that you have developed. So perhaps you can share that with us.
Okay, basically the simple 4 steps are actually, the first is actually wedding analysis, the second is actually wedding concept, the third is actually wedding do, and the last is actually wedding action.
Okay.
So wedding analysis is just all about data, collecting data. So I need to understand my client as much as possible in order to be able to select, pre-select the team that they might be interested.
Okay.
Okay. Then second would be wedding concept. Wedding concept is actually all about coming out with the proposal, doing the budget, and wedding do is all about sourcing vendors, getting the vendors that is suitable for the client. We always do an apple-to-apple comparison and let our client decide which one is the best or they are liking. And the last is actually wedding action. Wedding action is all about actual day coordination.
Yes, actually getting the show on the road.
Yes, correct.
Well, this is definitely nothing simple. A wedding is, of course, someone's most important day in their lives, and people wait all their lives for this. They spend all their money on it as well. So definitely you want to put it in the hands of a professional like yourself. Now, tell us a bit about some of the different types of weddings that you have organized.
Okay, weddings to me is like it's actually someone's special day. So I would always wanted to make it as unique as possible for that particular couple. So it is nothing to do with like whether which team is the best team and things like that. To me, it's that as long as the team is what the couple like the most, that is actually very unique to them.
Yeah.
So I have actually proposed something like a VIP centerpiece, which is 5 feet high, up to ceiling 30 feet high. I've done something like that before for my client.
That's beautiful. We can see some of the work that you've done here as well. This looks like a garden wedding.
Yeah, that's right.
Outdoor garden wedding. Very, very pretty. Now, it's not easy being a wedding planner. A lot of people think, it's just a wedding. How hard can it be? I'm sure there are many challenges that you face. Share with us some of these challenges, because you're dealing with families as well, right?
Okay, I've encountered something like last minute the follow spot is not working.
Okay,
how bad can that be? And I still have to tell my client, everything is fine, not to worry. And on the other hand, I was actually quite stressful, because what if the follow spot is really not working? Then it might be a very big thing, because follow spot is actually the main highlight when the couple is doing the main
lighting.
entrance.
Yeah, the spotlight should be on them. If there's no spotlight,
then there is a big problem. But eventually, yeah, we managed to get it fixed. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge that I faced so far. But on the other hand, to me, it's like dealing with the couple and also their parents is very important. So my approach is always, the first thing I would do is to meet up with the parents. Okay, so to make sure that I know the parents pretty well. Then after that, I could actually deal with them when
as well.
easier. Yeah, correct.
People relationships, people skills, quite important. So besides offering wedding planning services, you also do other events like birthdays and anniversaries and all that. Of course, the main focus being wedding planning, right? Tell us a bit about the training courses now that Adamas also provides.
Okay, I actually managed to took this exclusive license from Weddings Beautiful World right from US. So I got the exclusive license for both Malaysia and Singapore.
Right.
And okay, I actually teach this 17 assignment from US. So that is more on theoretical basis. And when I bring it into Malaysia and Singapore, I actually added some Chinese, Indian, and Malay custom in it as well.
Necessary. You need to localize your business.
Yes. On top of that, we also have a practical session, presentation, and the student have to complete the project. And of course, we also emphasize something very important, whereby we actually introduce a lot of invited speaker in, so that our student will actually get the chance to meet with the expert in the industry.
Wow, this is definitely no joke. I mean, this is serious business, serious training and coaching that is involved, right? Okay, tell us a bit about this management concept. This is a new part of your business. You're offering it as a franchise as well.
Yes, we just got our franchise launched by the Datin Sri Alina Chang Abdullah, who is also the Development Division Director of the Ministry of Domestic Trade, Cooperative and Consumerism on this past Saturday at KL Hilton. Yeah, this whole new concept is about both time and value efficient and cost efficient. What we actually emphasize here is that I want to ensure that all my students, after taking up this training program, they could actually earn a good living by following their passion, and also a good value for our bride.
That sounds like a win-win situation for the Malaysian market in terms of business, as well as for the business owner.
Yes, correct. And what we actually emphasize here is actually we provide something like a package. It's something like when you go to a KFC or McDonald's, you be able to buy those combo meal and things like that. Yeah, so we actually package everything into a package. So what we have inside is actually what you need for a wedding.
The basics.
Yes, like for example, the photographer, the makeup artist, your gown, your pre-wedding photo shooting, your MC for the day, your invitation card, and so on. So on top of that, we also give something extra to the bride as well. We actually provide them with a team wedding. So we will update like 3 to 6 weddings per 3 months. And then of course, we also have a group of professionals to do the actual day coordination for them.
Wow, sounds like everything is sorted. It's stress-free bride.
Yes, stress-free
no Bridezilla, if you remember that movie, right?
Oh, yes, that's
Brides
right.
get very worked up during their weddings. But these are you talking about prepared sort of services that's off the shelf.
Yes,
but you can also customize for all our viewers, right?
Yes, for customization, the client will have to come back to me myself. Okay, so usually for that we have to go through all the 4 steps that I actually emphasized earlier. So we have to understand the bride, then we have to come up with the proposal, we have to source for the vendors, compare the price, and so on. Yeah.
I come back to again where we spoke about there's so many wedding planners already in the market. You have to differentiate yourself, you have to make yourself better. How do you find it now that new people want to come into the market as well, like your students? How do you think they are going to fare in this new market?
I actually think that's also part of the reason why we actually introduce this new concept. Because for them, because I do have a lot of students who is just finish their SPM or STPM. So for them, they are very new in this industry. So when they go out being a wedding planner, nobody will actually hire them if they are charging like more than 5K, I presume. So with this, our new wedding management concept, they will be able to use their time to really service their bride to the maximum as in they wouldn't need to use their time in conceptualizing ideas. They wouldn't need to use their time to do sourcing for vendors.
Right, so basically their homework has been done and you've set a structure for them to follow.
Correct.
Sort of a foolproof, ready-made business structure that they can use as a platform,
Yes, that's
as a
right.
blueprint.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay. Well, we're also looking at talking about now pricing. Of course, that's something we touched on a bit earlier. How much would it be for one to acquire your services?
Myself or for my franchise?
We'll start with yourself, and then we'll talk about the franchise.
For myself, I'm actually charging 12K or 10% of the total cost.
Okay,
Yeah.
because the expert, the professional is here in the house, so it will be a little bit more. Okay, so that's 12,000 ringgit for consultation fee, or 10% of the total cost of the
whole
wedding.
wedding, yeah.
Right. And what about those who are interested to take up your training program? How much is that for them?
For my student, if they took up if they actually take up my franchise program, they would actually be able to earn, like, every 20,000 package, they would be able to earn at least 6K.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
clean profit you're talking
Yes,
about.
yeah.
That sounds really good. I might have to talk to you after the show. Right, okay. I also understand that upcoming you have an open day in your outlet in Kota Damansara. Tell us a bit about what's happening on that day.
Okay. Sometimes a potential student, they would like to visit our school to at least to have a look at the place and so on, and also their parents would like to meet me personally. So every year we will have at least 2 to 3 open days, so that we will actually give them a chance to actually come to our school, and at the same time to talk to me, to discuss further on, okay, what is the prospect like for their children and things like that.
We're talking about wedding planning here as a service as well as a franchise program. What does it take to be a wedding planner?
A wedding planner has the first question that I always ask the potential student is that, are you a detailed and organized person?
Okay.
Detailing as in detailing from preparing documentation up to whether you are detailed when you're observing the the decoration setup and things like that on the actual day.
So you have to be detailed and you have to be organized if
Yes,
you want to
that's
be a
right.
wedding planner. These two things.
Yes, it's very important.
Very, very
and also
important.
you have to be able to follow steps and follow procedures. Yeah, I always tell my students, you wouldn't need to be very creative, as long as you Google a lot, you read a lot of books and things like that, you will tend to get a lot of ideas. Whereas you need to have that skill whereby you need to be able to follow procedures. Because I do have students that actually come back to me after they finish my course and telling me that, oh, if I want to be a wedding planner, I need to hire another admin staff to actually do my paperwork for me.
Yeah, like an assistant.
Yes, correct.
You definitely need that. You also need to be good at stress management.
Oh yes, yes.
Last minute, when things fail, who do you turn to, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, where can we go to find more information about Adamas?
Okay, basically you can actually go to our website, which is www.adamasweddingswiths.com.
Okay, adamasweddings.com. Also on Twitter, you can follow Kien Ling on Kien Ling Adamas, and on Facebook, Adamas School of Wedding without the
S.
S. For all our viewers watching, those who might be planning a wedding soon, what would be your advice?
Okay, my only advice is to the bride or to the groom is always the same. Enjoy your wedding. What can be done has already been done. What cannot be done, we just take it and enjoy.
Like I always say, the show must go on, right?
Yes,
It's
that's
really pretty much. All right, so thank you so much, Doctor, for your time. I wish you all the best,
Yeah,
and
thank
may
you very
all of
much.
you out there who are planning your weddings get in touch with Dr. Kien Ling and Adamas to see how you can plan the best day of your life.